Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review Live. Friday night, RAERAE Night Live. Yeah, we're going to rename this. RAERAE Night Live. What it do, y'all? Please help me welcome Aaron to the stage.
That's cute, RAERAE Night Live. Just so you know, you need to copyright that because before Brittany does. Before Brittany Bateman does.
Okay, that's heifer. She watching.
She is. Do you know? Did you hear about? Thank you for having me. Happy Friday, aunties and unks. Did you hear about how she went on American Idol and embarrassed herself?
Girl, what'd she do?
She went up to the judges and was like, "Hi, do you know who I am? I'm Brittany Bateman." Like they were supposed to recognize her from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
They know who I am before I know you.
They didn't know who she was. So she's the girl is true to form. Cringe-tastic. Cringe-tastic.
Ain't she? Yeah, we here to talk about these rich heifers of Beverly Hills, and baby, it was good, wasn't it? I know you said it was a filler episode, but I like that. I still like that dinner scene. That was real grown woman dinner.
Well, you know what's funny is I was on Dorit's side this episode, you know? Not fully, because she still annoys the shit out of me, but like, you know, yeah. It was filler-ish, but at the same time, I agree with you. To me, I feel more settled in my opinions about some folks after this episode.
Yeah. And even your homegirl Summer got in.
Oh, yeah. She
got some too.
She was trying to help. She was like trying to throw out a lifeline. You know, she was trying.
Girl. Well, shit, while I'm here and I'm mic'd up, might as well, say something. You can sit me here and have me be quiet like the mother heifers. I'm going to talk. I would too. Shoot. Girl, what? It wouldn't just be girl what, but I would start off, girl what? Boom, boom, bam, bam. Yeah, girl, Summer, get some. Shoot, get some.
Well, I mean, if you're mic'd up and you're part of the dinner, as long as you're not dominating, then absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, you ain't taking over. You ain't trying to start nothing. You just blending in.
I think that if it were me in her position, I would look for an opportunity to have maybe like, a moment like she did, to just to prove a point, share an opinion, or you know what I mean? Like look for a moment to try and take one to get a little something in there, and then otherwise just sit and enjoy the show.
Exactly.
A little perspective or something.
I liked it, and I know it's your homegirl and everything, but
you're a mess. You're a mess. You try to,
I'm being funny, y'all. If y'all so happen not to catch last week's episode, Summer wasn't somebody my co-host was too fond of.
No. It's not that it's not that there was anything to dislike. It was just like, who's this? Why is she here? Like, No,
Yeah.
The
Okay.
only
Wrong choice of words. Wrong
yeah.
choice of words.
Well, no, but it's fair. She likes to tease me when I say stuff like this and be like, "This is your favorite person," so it's all right. We like to tease each other. I'm not the only newbie that like I feel like is worth paying attention to is Amanda, and that's not even for good reasons. Because that lady in a leotard dress, she's not knocking my socks off either. Whoever these two ladies are, but
Who's in a leotard dress? Who?
that chick that just recently got divorced from a billionaire or something like that.
Oh, yeah. The one
Scantily
that's
clad,
outside.
happy ending. Yeah, Italian happy
Girl.
ending.
Is it Natalie?
I don't even know.
I deleted my notes from last week, so I don't know. Whoever
See,
she
look
is.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no offense. I'm just not.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's a lot of ladies at the table.
Wasn't it? And I'm glad Kathy was hushed. I think that dog comment made her just be silent for the rest of the beef sector portion. Because girl, if you say one more thing wrong.
Well, the part that's crazy is she heard the name Zion. It was the dog's name. She just didn't even question that it could be a human's name. The first time I ever heard of Zion as a name was Lauryn Hill when she had her son.
Well, I heard some church like Mount Zion Hill
Right.
and all those, but for a person's name, you. I heard it back in
which I thought it was cool back then.
It is
a little too cool for maybe the likes of Amanda, but whatever. I don't want to be flip about her son. Yes. No, that just is it was better than Hunky Dory though. That's so funny.
Girl.
It's so funny to me. Like, it was awful. It was so the wrong time, but the way that she that woman is calculated and so smart, right? Like that family, all these things. But there's a level of, I feel like, genuine airheadness to her that cracks me up.
You can be oblivious when you ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And I say that not in a mean way, but hell, you ain't got to really, well, I hate to say you ain't really got to know nothing, but there's not enough. You have so much time on your hands. There you go. I want to say, I don't want to sound mean or sound like I'm hating. When you have a lot of time on your hands, you can get things wrong.
Well, she has enough money to be oblivious, right? She's got enough. There's all kinds of privilege there where she's half paying attention. Yes. Yes. It must be, the air is real thin up there in the wealthy world.
Right. It's like when us common folk is taking vacation. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to look at nothing. So she's on .org with it. Like.
Yeah, she doesn't even know the name of everybody that works in her home. Remember when she came and they were Kyle was like, "Who do I need to talk to?" The lady that handles my stuff. Like, oh,
that's a security breach, and it's a little, girl, you need to know people's names. Be respectful of people. So what you call her? You don't call her by her name.
Hey, you.
That's rude. I hope she ain't being rude, but I understand she got a lot going on. And back then, she was more busy than she is now, from my understanding. She was more so involved with stuff than she is now.
I don't know. I just wonder, God damn, how much staff do you have? Or do you have regular, does you have a service? And so you just get different people in a uniform that, you know what I mean? I don't even know. I don't know how it works when you're at that level of personal help.
And I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I still want to be involved if and when I do accumulate enough wealth to where I can be oblivious.
Yes. I want a really great cleaning lady that comes in once a week. That's the level of, I want you up in my business, yeah. And maybe, if I had her level of a driver because who wants to drive if you
I
don't
was
have
thinking the
to?
same thing. Like, I'm
Right?
sick of driving. Where is my
Yeah.
fur, Lord?
Hell yes. Yeah, so those are the types of things that I would want. I would not want somebody in my home in a uniform, like so that I couldn't like walk into my own kitchen in my pajamas going, oh, maybe I should have a bra on.
Yeah, I think I will need about 3 people.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm gonna have a personal chef. I may cook a little something, but girl,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
have
I
a
would like
personal
to have
chef
same.
and two people that'll cleaning and be in charge. So they'll have dual roles and just take care of the grounds and the people that will come, like the gardeners will still come, people like that, people clean the pool, and
Right.
they'll handle them, and then they'll just check in with me. Okay, this is going on, that's going on, so both of them will have those roles. Just need 3 people.
I can remember 3 people's names.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of people, let's talk about these heifers, these rich heifers, and I say all of them is rich. I don't want to, downplay not because we don't know what's going on with everybody, but for the most part, everybody at that table got some coin. Mm-hmm. Dorit, we gonna start off where we ended, right? Dorit has a problem with Amanda using accosted and aggressive towards her. Oh my, how the tables have turned. Oh, so now you don't like it when it's pushed back at you. I don't think she was that aggressive. I agree with Sutton. She was just poking where she shouldn't have been poking. It wasn't aggressive. I mean, girl, bye. Nothing about that was aggressive.
This is where Amanda lost me. Because I don't think Dorit was aggressive. I think that this is the nature of the show, bitch. Do you even know what you're on? Like literally. Like what do you think you signed up for? The nature of the show is that if one of the ladies catch wind because of a bone carrier about some shit that you've been saying, you're going to be confronted in a group setting on television for us to watch for sport. That's how it works. Just saying. And so Dorit brought it up to you after you'd already insulted her and bragged as your one-uppedness because you're already annoying. And I was on your side, but I'm still gonna call it what it is. You are annoying with your one-upmanship. You had to be rude about her not having, you bragging about you writing a book versus her ghostwriter. So she confronted you. She should have stopped the second you said you didn't have it in you and the tender reason why, but she didn't accost you. And
Girl.
even if you want to use that word because you looked it up, this is the nature of the show you're on. So for you to have any kind of expectation for this to not happen to you, you are dumber than a box of hair. Like that's insane to have that kind of expectation of like communication parameters. Like,
and that's pretty much what Bowles and Erica was getting at. Like, girl, you have the wrong frame of thinking in mind if you think people are gonna acquiesce to how you think they should before and or after having some type of disagreement or adversarial conversation with you. Like, girl, you got the wrong expectations, and I'm pretty sure you saw the show.
And yeah, like there's just I don't even and Alexander Rogers, shout out to him, brought this up. He he brought up damn it, the thought just jumped right out my brain. You know how that happens where you're like,
girl, don't I?
Oh, so annoying.
Every day that happens to me.
Oh Lord. Well, we'll see if it slips back in. But no. I just don't like the way that Amanda had all of these like, well, I would have hoped you would have come calmly and we could have shared our perspectives and we did. I'm like, oh my God, you're just like, this is not, oh, here it is. Came back. Thank you. Amanda's not owning the fact that it wasn't just her sharing Kyle's opinion. She was saying that too. She brought that up at Kathy Hilton's dinner with the bee pollen all over everything. And she's expressed this concern. It's not just her echoing Kyle. So she's not taking any accountability or ownership for the gossiping that she's been doing. So,
and that's where Sutton should have chimed in, like Dorit said. You told me what she said.
Yeah, Sutton needed to say, like, you did bring it up. She could, and she doesn't even like Amanda. Like, so she could have easily brought it up to bolster that. You know, you were real salty at her for calling you late. You might as well have socked you back to her by telling the truth.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Right. So I do think you're right. That was a missed opportunity there. Sutton, girl, it's a new Sutton. This one better get better with some direct confrontation.
She can confront Jennifer, but she can't tell the truth.
She could confront Erica, but she can't tell the truth.
Girl.
That was like walking into the lion's den. Remember when that nipple hanging out, holding that little baby dog at Kathy Hilton's house?
Whose nipple was out? What?
Erica's.
Brittany and Erica, Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's happened more than we realize. Yeah, no, if you look back, I'll never forget. Remember when Kathy had just gotten that little baby dog? It was that little teeny tiny dog that Erica was holding while Sutton was saying that she had a hard time believing that Erica didn't know anything about the 50 million. I think. Or it was that or the victim one. It was one of the two dinners where Sutton confronted her directly. But so I just was sitting there going, oh my God, the way that therapy speak has permeated our culture. It's Amanda is in the age group that how old is she? She's 40. That's what kills me because she acts a lot.
85.
She acts a lot younger. She reminds me of almost like an old Gen Z or something. You know what I mean? The way that she's taken therapy speak to a level that makes you want to punch her. And I'm full of therapy speak, but like the level to which she was talking to Dorit of like what kind of expectations she had for their communication made me want to punch her.
Yeah, because she sounds to me like she's more in a role of trying to teach something, or instead of just having a conversation about accountability. And also I do respect that, you know, she wants to set boundaries. Everybody should. Don't get me wrong. But this isn't the case as far as how she was trying to explain to Bose that, you know, she's trying to set boundaries where they're trying to say, well, you can't have certain expectations. Going into the conversation, trying to make them see it your way when that's not how this works.
Well, and it's one thing if you guys are having a disagreement about something that requires some healthy communication. You got caught gossiping.
That part.
And you were saying stuff about Dorit. And so it got back to her. And she decided to confront you about it. So she wasn't going to come at you. And you all aren't that close yet. You don't know each other that well. So there's not even like a deeper expectation of the benefit of the doubt that maybe Kyle might be looking at Dorit about. But I hated Kyle this dinner. Like, hated. I was like, no, your reaction was terrible. Speaking of needing to sharpen your confrontation skills, shoot. And Kyle's a Capricorn. I like her typically and bleed it, whatever. But like, I was like, I ain't got nothing for you this episode. You're acting a fool.
Remember when I told you how Dorit was gonna get on Kyle because now we there. Yeah. Now she okay. Well, I'm gonna give her in a minute. Kyle was looking at her like this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, and So Amanda became like, get off this show kind of joke, because if you have that kind of expectation for interactions with these ladies, you're on the wrong effing show.
Right.
Absolutely. And you can't talk about things the way that you did and then turn it around and be like, you accosted me, and I also, if you hear that I've said stuff about you, you need to come to me calmly and rationally and hear my side, even though I'm not even going to take accountability for what I've actually done. And we have to have all of these things. No. You can literally say to Dorit, I shared with you I was in a vulnerable space and you kept going. In the future, I won't entertain it, or don't do it again. There's your boundary. That's what you're allowed to have. Far be it from me to dictate, but it feels pretty effing clear. After that, you're making me want to punch you. I'm just kidding. I don't really want to punch her, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, you're taking the therapy speak too far.
And I like what Rachel said when she chimed in. And well, before that, every time they pointed to Erica, she was just biting her tongue till I know her tongue was bleeding before the time she said something. She's just like, should I say no? I don't know if I should say. But Rachel, she said something I like. She said, well, this is me paraphrasing. Sometimes a bitch just needs to vent and not be called on it.
Right.
Referring to Dorit and not trying to be psychoanalyzed and judged. Hell, she's going through something. So remember how I said sometimes you may just want to tell somebody off camera certain things, like they always do. They don't always tell everybody everything, waiting for the camera to start rolling. I just think they need to pick and choose what they say, because if they're serious about any detriment towards the outcome of her divorce because of what she's saying, tell her off camera.
Well, I still think Dorit is performative and annoying as hell. I do. Like, she's right. She's milking this crap to the point where I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like that emoji that's like moaning, that little like blue yellow faced emoji that's like, oh. But Kyle, at this stage in the game, what Rachel said was true. Like, you can think that Dorit is not making wise choices. You've already said that. But the level to which you're now talking about it and the level to which you're trying to control it is getting annoying, because you're having a peaceful, weird, non-confrontational experience with Mo. You've admitted in the past that you and Mo don't talk or have confrontation because of your trauma. You clearly can't handle it. You ran out with the glass in Amsterdam, that kind of stuff makes you uncomfortable. So you're much more avoidant. Yeah. So trying to stifle Dorit, I understand you can have that opinion and you can express it, but it goes back to what Rachel was saying, where you do have to hit a certain point and go, I need to support my friend, whether or not I agree with what they're doing. I do just need to because no matter what level it's on, Dorit is going through it with him. I believe that. Don't we all? We do, and I don't think, we can all, think whatever, but it's still not our divorce. So I feel like Kyle is really kind of failing here, because it's like you're taking what you think is right for this situation too far.
Same thing Amanda doing.
Right. And the way that they keep meeting up and talking about it, I'm like, ew, I don't like this pairing. Ooh, Kyle, she's taking down your currency. Yuck.
I think Kyle found someone she can not feel like she's saying the wrong thing to, because everybody was it last season or 2 seasons ago when they were at Bo's, was it last year, when everybody felt like Kyle was not being a girl's girl when it came down to Dorit and PK. It seemed like everybody had the same opinion besides her. So maybe she feels like, okay, new girl, I can, tell her and since she's on the outs with Dorit, she'll most likely feel the same. She'll be on my side. I just think she was looking to have that conversation with Amanda so she wouldn't get any backlash.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like there's this level of well, and I think it goes back to what Erica was saying. Regardless, she was like, she might
Stay
have said
out
it
of
like,
it.
yeah, like
Mhm.
you gotta
Mhm.
stop. You gotta stop now. It's because it has hit the limit. It has, even in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And like I at first
Yeah.
was like, I get it. Dorit's mad at, or Kyle's mad at Dorit, or whatever. They have unfinished. They're like, to me, they're like Austin and Craig right now. they really
Girl,
are, right? Their friendship is not working.
let
But
them do a podcast. Okay, all four of them.
seriously, but no, I mean, Kyle, you look really stupid at this dinner because it's like, I do agree. Yes, you've had some of the similar opinions to Bose, right? When they were flashing back or whatever. But at the end of the day, you keep trying to like, Dorit, stop saying all this about PK and da, 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 da. But then you're talking to other people about it too. And it's like you've taken on too much of this, like, it's not a need, but like this opinion that you know better, like that, like you really do need to stop Dorit from venting, where it's like maybe you need to vent more about your divorce because, you're avoidant in this area.
Right. Right. Because you shown us need to be talking and stop holding in as we see she does with him. So of course she's going to do with other people.
Well, yeah, because look at how much we found out that their Aspen trip was like almost the exact opposite of what was being reported in the press. That like he was distracted, he was talking to other women, he has a habit of like looking at his phone, and when you're talking to him, he's not even paying attention, like he's not emotionally connected. Yeah, and everybody thought you might be reconciling by like the affection level and the interaction and stuff. Like
Mhm.
that's suspicious. That's weird. you know?
Hmm. Now this part I felt. Now this is where Summer came in, y'all. This is Bose's friend from ninth grade on up to now. So Dorit was, asked. She had asked Amanda, I thought you left a cult, and that was to
Oh yeah.
insinuate. And this is where Summer helped the explanation, because they were looking like, cult, really? No, it was actually because of what Amanda said right before that, how all of the issues she's having communicating in this group, and how it's making her heart palpate and all this anxiety symptoms. But Summer said, well, it's really, so Dorit, you mean it's to insinuate the cult issues she had are far worse than what she's experiencing with this group. So that's where Dorit was saying, well, I thought you were in a cult. Like, so how can you feel all this with us when you was in a cult? It was insensitive. So I wish Dorit would have explained herself on her own, or had a better uh 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 just said something better as she mentioned the cult. Because just saying, I thought you were in a cult, it didn't come off as if she was saying what Summer helped her communicate,
Well, it was like a misfire because it was kind of like a good comeback, but it was like you're kind of a bitch for doing it because it's like not even like actually commensurate to what she's talking about,
Mhm.
like so you're coming out of left field with a weird little factoid about her, but she's accusing you of being a little bit of a bully, and doing something like that makes you look like a little bit of a bully. This is where you're annoying because you're too much, you're combative, and you're like, don't talk to me, I need support, I'm going through all this and PK and blah. This is where it's like, okay, it yeah, it was like, and I mean, Amanda was right when she shot back and said, I didn't say that I haven't been through hard things. I'm just saying I've never left a dinner party crying. And I'm like, well, you've also never been on a housewife show. And if you didn't expect to leave a dinner party crying, you should never have gotten on the show. Because, you know, um,
I
But
don't think Dorit was trying to feel sympathy for her. I just think she was trying to get Amanda to understand, why are you feeling so sensitive now that you've been through a cult?
yeah, I didn't mean to insinuate that I thought Dorit felt sympathy for her.
Oh, okay.
No, I think Dorit was trying to insult her.
Yes.
No, I think what I mean is she's being accused of being mean to Amanda. So it's like throwing back, I thought you left a cult is kind of like a mean, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a confrontational
Yeah, it
where,
sounds bad. Regardless,
yeah.
it just sounds bad how she said it.
Yeah, and so I think, oh no, I think Dorit is looking for sympathy from other people, is what I'm saying. Like she keeps
Got it.
talking about, I'm going through
Got
all
it.
this stuff, I'm going through my divorce, I need support, I need some sympathy, Kyle. And, she's looking for all of this because she's like fragile, but then she's like kind of going off on people whenever she wants.
I like how Jennifer said, I can't hear what's going on down there. I'm gonna pick up my chair and just,
Yeah.
sit over here. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, continue. And scene.
Yeah, no, that was it. No, I was like, where did the disconnect happen? Yes. So, I mean, it was funny. It was kind of funny, but like,
I
because
probably did the same thing. I can't hear. Let's go down there and
yeah.
see what's going on.
No, I meant the Dorit comment was kind of
Oh,
funny,
yeah.
even though it was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm all, you're not helping your case right now.
Yeah, it still didn't, like you said, it didn't land well. And if you're gonna come at somebody with that type of, before I go there, knowing what a cult brings, knowing all about, there's nothing good about a cult, right?
Right.
And for you not knowing exactly what she went through, we all pretty much assume the worst when we hear someone was in a cult. Like, oh my God, how are they doing? I think we tend to go there because it's such a evil situation being in a cult. So the fact that she brought that up, I would imagine that knowing the horror a cult brings to the mind, I would have explained it better or have it delivered better, especially since you're already in this adversarial way with this woman and you've already offended her on another horrific situation. So now it's 2-0, Amanda.
Yes. Well, and it was already a bit of a reach to even bring it into the scenario. And so, although it was slightly funny, it just didn't help your case with the situation at all.
It wasn't a cute look, ma'am. Sorry.
No, it just made it look like yeah. So
big ups to Summer. At least she smoothed it out. At least
she
helped
did, yeah. I mean, listen, you proved to me why you should be here, because you were one of the few people to kind of like, move the conversation along, because it definitely was annoying how much it was stagnating because the two of them were not wanting to hear one another.
Yeah.
But Amanda's really out to lunch on like what she thinks she's doing here, and like what it's like it was supremely annoying at this dinner. And oh, and I was just gonna say, I'm like, listen, we all know how annoying I've been finding Dorit, so for her to trump all that, I'm like, shoot.
Yeah, I think Amanda has some false expectations. I think she should be less judgy because she, and I feel that way simply because of the work that she does. And sometimes people in the therapy community, even though they want to, and this is my opinion, they want to help you settle whatever you're trying to settle, they're still giving you the tools. So there's a slight judgment, slight parent-teacher situation. I think that's what Amanda is bringing with her. I think later on in the episode where Rachel said that's what she's all about, her work, where she's not introducing herself. Does that make sense? Did I say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because hey, I don't always know what to say, but I would like to see. I heard rumblings, but I would like to. I always want to see somebody get a second chance, unless they doing something egregious and just wrong. Just nah, girl, you got to go. But yeah, I just hope that this conversation doesn't continue. I didn't see it on the next episode. I mean, on the next at the end. So I just really hope that was the end. But I know that they're gonna have another conversation because it didn't end well, especially with all of the, Rachel getting up and leaving because she got upset. She was already going through, so it's Kyle, Dorit, Rachel, anybody else getting divorced?
Bose is widowed, although I think they might have already gotten divorced and then they were getting back together when he passed. Sutton
Just
is
them three.
divorced. Yeah. Erica's
Yeah.
still getting divorced, but I don't think she's ever gonna get. Yeah, I mean that.
I don't know what that dog girl. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know if she'll actually get one before he goes. 'Cause I think that's like the least of her worries as far as like.
Well, I was thinking when they said he was sentenced and he's, technically an inmate at this point, there could be a better chance at a final separation, uncontested and all this, that, and the third. But then again, is he still demented? Because I was like, how do you go sentence a demented person?
They said he's competent enough he was competent enough that he was found competent enough. I don't
That's why I
think
was like, what?
I don't think he looks totally there when I see him, I mean, what is he, like 89 now or something like that? Like 87? I mean, 86. Like we're at the end of the road regardless. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, but I think at the time when he first started talking about he demented, girl, really? So that's where I was. That's why I was like, if he demented, but regardless of all of that, so we got Rachel, paperwork just filed. Dorit, paperwork in, maybe. I don't know if she filed yet.
she filed when she saw PK out with that.
There we go.
Chick.
Okay. And Kyle's still sitting on the egg waiting for it to go to the court. So we just waiting on that. So 3 of these rich heifers, and Rachel's going through, y'all. She had to get up and leave, and Dorit and Bowles helped her out, and she's just like, I'm just going through, I just couldn't take it anymore sitting there. I just need to get away. It's just a lot, and it is what it is when you're going through something like that. Going through the motions, child. Going through the motions, whatever those motions are, and you really can't blame her or any of them. I mean, we can give them grace to a certain extent, as long as they ain't out there hurting folks or hurting themselves or doing something really outrageous. But yeah, she going through.
I actually appreciated her being vulnerable in this moment and kind of breaking up this stupid fight, because I do think she expressed like, look, we're all like, divorce really sucks. It's a horrible time. Dorit, although is annoying as hell, she was annoying before she was getting divorced. It's just part of her personality. But we all
said, didn't he?
Right. We all need and then the way that she kind of did that monologue about like, and I gotta scream in the bathroom, and then I gotta hold it together for the kids, and then I gotta like deal with it's like it is a lot. And it's clear based on the comments she's made that like she is over Roger, but the pain of the situation, I'm glad she showed us something, because she was coming off a little weirdly detached. They were together for over 30 years. I mean, this is someone she got together with in college. This person was her partner for a huge amount of time. And so, I felt for her, and I appreciated that she kind of broke up the monotony of the situation by having this moment.
And like she says, sometimes you just want to just break down and surround yourself in luxury. For her, it's Chanel. For me, it's Louis. I just want to just touch on and, excuse me, get wrapped up in and just, that's the Calgon. Whatever it is, relax, relate, release. Healthy way, in a healthy way. Let's be healthy with it. That's my suggestion for anybody, male, female, them, they, whoever.
Yeah, and back to Amanda, I'm actually good with one season with her. It's not a good fit. It's kind of like a Diana situation for me, just a different flavor.
That's that one.
It's just not gelling. And like, also, you're not built for what this show's about, because it's like you seem to inherently have a problem with kind of like the formula for this. And listen, I'm not saying that sometimes it doesn't get annoying and inauthentic, because sometimes, as much as I love Salt Lake City, sometimes they're too performative for me. I've said that.
Heather, right? Monologue, dialogues, and carrying on.
You can't have a receipts, timeline, all of that every season. You just can't, okay? It's just not going to happen. So stop trying.
It was good 3 seasons ago.
Yes.
It was perfect then. We don't need it no more, Heather.
Right. And yes, girl. And like, seriously, like, be the Heather when she said at the reunion, I've done a lot of things to be liked that I'm not, I'm ashamed of. And I'm like, where's this? I need more of that. That's the Heather I like. The one that's very self-aware and like, Anyway, so, but the thing is, though, is that this is a formula. This is almost like going on a sitcom. This is Judgment for Sport. This is what it is. This is like American Gladiators, housewife style. Like, like you need to want to be a part of this game. Like, I think Kelly was a great newbie. She was a little over the top. She was a little whoop-de-whoop, whatever, but she knew what she was coming to, right? With the Atlanta team. And she was ready to play. She was ready to do what it needed to do, and I respected it because it was like she signed up for this, right? And I was cool with it. This one didn't. It's like, Amanda, you signed up for this. So that's why I'm like, this is kind of like a Diana fit where you're not built for what this show is all about. It's a bit of a bad fit for me.
I know, huh? Let's move on. Unless we got something else. I don't think I missed anything.
No, we all know I can Rambolina, so no, we're good.
So we had a cute little scene, couple of scenes. We got Dorit, as we know, she started writing her book, and she's just typing away on her little cute little typewriter laptop. People like, typewriter? What's that?
Yep.
Well, for all the aunties and nuts, we know what that is. But if it's some, what they call it, Zillennial girl, what they call something?
Gen Z,
and betas, girl. I don't know. Whoever y'all is.
My daughter's a Gen Alpha, I believe. And she's 12.
She shouldn't be watching no way. Or people that age shouldn't be watching no way. This is adult.
Yeah.
But for those who came after the typewriter. So we're listening to her thoughts as they B-roll that in or something, whatever they call it. And we're listening to her. Dub?
Yeah.
Okay, dub it in.
Yeah. Or voiceover.
Thank you, voiceover. That's
what it is. Yeah. Okay.
So we're just listening to her thoughts, and of course, like my co-host, ramble on. Just ramble, girl. This is your time to just let it all out, girl. Write your 1,000 pages in 3 days. Because she knows how to deliver some conversation, writing should be not just therapeutic or cathartic, but right up her alley, because she likes, what did Bo say? 30-minute voice note?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Are you kidding me?
17 minutes or something like that. I don't even know.
What, girl, if it's more than 30
yes.
seconds.
Amen. 100. You
Hit
got
it and quit it.
Yep. You got like a minute at a necessity. Like, I can't call you, but I need to tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, that's about it.
Girl. So we see her, and that's great for her. Again, whatever floats your boat.
Good luck with that.
And then we see Liel, and if you don't know who she is the teenage daughter of Bose. She gets her a Maserati truck. Was it her birthday? I didn't see that part. Or just because?
I think, well, and we know she's been like practicing for her driving test or whatever, or she just got it, or
okay,
yeah, they were wearing the driver's license on the shirt.
Gotcha.
Yes, her daughter's gorgeous. I think that every time I see her. But that even if I had Bose's money, no Maserati for your first vehicle. No.
110,500. That was more than that G-Wagon Riley Burrs got.
No, you can have a very safe Honda with like a full package and a giant warranty, because like maybe a Volvo, or like super safe, but you are not getting no Maserati.
Good luck.
No, I don't even want my daughter in a position to be worried about having to protect. No. I mean, and you're also a target.
Yeah. Her and Portia, like, come on. We know they're going to get stuff, but maybe it's just a life, girl. Maybe it's just it come with the territory.
But
I feel you with the safety issue.
Yeah, with everybody getting robbed, and then somebody sees a young girl with a really nice car, like you're upping, they're upping the odds of potentially getting carjacked or something, or someone trying to, put her. That's just the danger level, because people be stealing in LA. Okay,
yeah, she
it's happening.
She didn't get a CCW yet, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well,
beautiful car though.
Ain't it? Wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then a cute little scene. We see Amanda gets interrupted doing Pilates by these little creatures she called children. Hey, mommy. Oh, time Pilates is over. She's on the side porch, just getting some air and Pilates and carrying on and bending backwards and whatnot. And we see the cute little kitties, the beautiful childrens come up. And the Pilates is over. Good feeling gone. It's time to be mommy again. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of that action. I like to see those interactions with the smaller kids, because it's always something cute going on. Like they have in the kitchen with the cake and carrying on, they just baking. That's really cute. Then we see Kyle, a big old scene. She and her friend Jen are meeting up with the bride-to-be, Alexia, and Mauricio comes through so they can do the final walkthrough for the wedding venue. Nothing I would choose, nothing at all. However, this ain't about me. This is about Alexia and what she wants. It was in some obscure place, and it looked obscure on the inside. And it was, I know they're going to have to put some stuff down for people to walk, because all that dirt, it was just open dirt.
Did you see pictures of the final wedding?
No, I didn't.
It wasn't my style either. None of the choices. No.
Big ups for them. And the wedding was September 9th. Nice day.
I mean, listen, if I were going to be married, I would love to have their money to go have whatever I wanted to come true. So that must be fun. I can only, you know what I mean? Like, how cool if you are going to have a wedding that you are in a position where budget's really not much of an object. And so you get to plan whatever you like.
I'm looking at the pictures now. Okay. Yeah, I see that they put some stuff down, some real nice carpets, and yeah, they need it because I know all the people come there with their 6'5", 4-inch heels, and ain't nobody trying to mess up their shoes, all that dirt carrying on. But yeah,
Seriously.
beautiful, beautiful. I like Kyle's hair. Oh, that's cute. Mm-hmm. The traditional wedding or untraditional, I'm not quite sure.
I think they had a chuppah. Because I believe, I know Mauricio's Jewish and they're practicing Jewish in the home, and I think her fiance was too.
Yeah, I'm looking. He got the yarmulke on his
Yeah,
head.
okay. Yeah.
I was trying to get a picture of him. Let's see what he. Come on, get closer to me so I can see the face. There it is. Okay, yeah, he cute. Remind me of Mauricio.
They have known each other since like elementary school or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Jake Zingerman.
yeah.
Okay. Good for them. I hope they last forever, like Keith Sweat said.
Yes. And if not, you had a beautiful wedding, that you planned out for your memories.
Okay. Big ups. And don't have a baby yet 5 years later. Anyway. Don't listen to me. This auntie talking. What else happened, child? That was it for them. There wasn't a whole lot going on other than Mauricio counting his pockets. And he was like, budget. It's like, budget? Don't stay. Everybody's like, budget? What you mean, budget?
And he's going to be a DJ.
Girl, thank you. Talking about the B word. Girl. Another way for him to meet young girls.
Yeah, like you just giving sleaze. Like, you really gonna descend this far into it? Like, God.
You know all this loose puss out there, girl.
I know. He wants it. I knew when he was doing that snowboarding crap with those influencers and, he's dating, he's doing the border of like late 20s, early 30s, and he's in his 50s. Yeah.
Do you know every day a girl turns 18? 19, 20, 21, 22. Girl, every day somebody's turning an age he is attracted to.
Yeah. Like I said, if you have children, if you're dating the age of your children, it's gross to me. It just is.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to move on because we don't want to be grossed out anymore.
Yeah.
Rachel, she go across the street to visit Kathy. Kathy's getting one of them IV infusions. She over there, and then she goes in. Kathy's just checking on, girl, what's going on? You all right, boo? She was like, girl, nah. I'm going through. I don't know if I can handle an IV, but I take some wine now. I get a little cute little something. I want y'all to start drinking water. I'm gonna need y'all to start drinking some more water on this show. At least get some water first. I'm just saying, because I just want y'all to drink some more water. Anyway, she's going through, y'all, like she said, down to the dinner. But I like how Kathy just listened for the most part. I didn't hear much advice as we used to from Kathy. Kathy would give a little cute little something, but she was just there, listening and letting Rachel, get off some steam. But one thing she said, I agree, she doesn't want to be judged like they're doing Dorit.
Mm-hmm.
Because she says it's not fair back there. And she said, just, if we need to get off some steam, don't judge us. And just because Kyle is quiet as a church mouse, don't think everybody else should be. Hello. Everybody ain't gonna do what Kyle doing. What you think about that scene?
I think we're getting a little bit more of a window into where some of storyline for Rachel may be coming in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. She's ready to. She's like she said, get away, have a little time, have a little fun.
Yeah, the hot girl summer coming.
Mm-hmm.
Bose and Keely. I'm gonna step away real quick. I'm gonna, talk to somebody over there. And you want to start off? I'll come in when you after you.
Okay. This was, I mean, listen, a journey to have another baby, I'm sure is emotional. I feel she put a lot of effort into it. You could tell she wasn't feeling good, that it was a big commitment to even get to the egg retrieval process. And I felt for her when she found out that the two embryos didn't progress. Um, I mean, we are at quite small odds at this point of getting successful with where we're at. And it's just the cruelty of time and our society and like how we are as women. It's like it feels like, right when we're almost ready to be the best kind of a mental, emotional mother that we could be, is we are like
Mhm.
out of the physical window of being able to do so.
Yeah.
So I really felt for her, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, girl, maybe it's time, like, are you really gonna do another round of this? Like, isn't she like, she 46 or 48? I mean, she is like really
Girl.
in the place where it's not gonna happen
Danger
on
zone.
without. Well, it's like, I don't mean to sound whatever. This is a delicate situation, but she is sharing it with us all. So I feel like we're kind of at the point where it's like, maybe, what's your end goal? Is it a child? Because, you can get a donor egg. And again, I don't think she should even carry because of her history. And now with her advanced age, this could kill her, you know? But if the point is for the two of you to raise a child together, you can do that.
Girl, I think about that song Danger Zone. Was that Kenny Loggins from
Highway to
Girl, we
the
got the
danger
song, wasn't it?
Oh man, that's gonna
I'm
be
not
stuck
trying
in
to
my
make
head
light of it.
now.
I just thought about the danger, of everything.
Yeah.
I can't think about the danger zone. But you and I both have had the same sentiment since last season, child, when they brought
Yeah.
all this mess up. And what I say by messy is, girl, like you mentioned, the difficult pregnancies, the unfortunate loss,
Yes.
your age factor, and now um low to no viability of anything organic being grown between them two. And girl, even if there was something fertilized, let somebody else do it. Get somebody else to do it. Your health as well, like you said. And I really would like women who are in the process of genetics and having babies to really think about the odds, right? Because I'm in healthcare, I see, in my opinion, there's a lot of selfishness at the expense of the baby. There's percentages being given. And my thing is, don't just think about yourself. Think about what the possibility of future medical treatments because you want to take a risk. I don't think the reward they're really thinking about is worth all of that. I just it's just so it's just my opinion. Of course, I'm not trying to persuade or anything one way or the other. Just really think about the complications of it all and really know about all of that. Because I'm saying that because they never talk about that on these shows. They only talk about, what we see and the excitement and all the things you're going through. But what about the baby and all of those possibilities and risks and things that could happen? It's just something that I just think she's out of the window, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
because from what the physician said, or reproductive person said was it was low to no viability and suggested a younger surrogate. So that right there, girl, let it go. Elsa, let it go. Keisha
Yeah.
Cole
mean,
said, try a different way if you really want a child. And of course, there's other means of having a kid. I just don't want Bose to have to risk her life when she doesn't even have to.
This just feels like even if you were able to get to the pregnancy stage, begging for a tragic situation. It just because even when she was younger and she had life-threatening challenges carrying.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really, really hard journey. And, us as women and mothers, talking about this, it's a lot, but when you've already, even when you were in more ideal physical health for childbearing, you lost a child to preterm and almost lost the second one. You didn't have it's like, pregnancy at this age is very risky no matter what, because you're much more at risk for preeclampsia, just so many things.
So many
So,
things.
so this is a deep journey, and I hope that for their sake that they come to an outcome that they can live with.
And I know Keely is being supportive, and it seems like he's letting her, take first chair at this. Rightfully so to an extent, but for him to just continue on with the conversation about, okay, so we'll, see you, or pretty much making plans for going through with next round, because that's not something that was X'd out at the time. I just think that's a little premature, because in a way she's doing this for him. Of course she wants it, but I think it's more or less for him, because he doesn't even have any children.
Right.
And I really want him to think about moving forward with this, and just, pretty much just taking a back seat to it and not saying anything that would deter what they've already agreed to, because her health is at risk. And that's the bottom line. Her health is at risk. So
yeah,
I want him to, be a little more vocal about, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we need to talk about this, not just move on to, okay, so we'll see you for the next round. No, dude, speak up a little bit.
It's tough because this is such a delicate situation, right? And I really deeply respect that. You and I both are like, but you and I both are like pussyfooting around all of it. Like we're trying to be. However, they are bringing this to us, and this is a show that is meant for then conversation, right? I agree with you. The flavor is starting to feel a little bit like he really wants his own biological children. And so he's kind of willing to, as long as she is, because she wants it really bad. Because, I can only imagine if I met somebody right now and they had a condition of wanting to have a child, and I don't want any more kids. I don't want, my daughter's 12. I don't want to start all over again. So it's just, I wish that I had more. I do, but it didn't work out. And I am not, if I met someone now, that would be a deal breaker, because I'm not trying to resurrect the dead of these ovaries. I'm 47.
Girl.
So,
may mine rest. Hello.
Right. Mine, yes. So I just, that wouldn't be my thing, but I can imagine I can empathize with her yearning, her desire, her want for that, like being in love, having a hot partner, and all of these things, and wanting to do that with them, right? I can really respect that yearning, but I feel like there's two difficult conversations. One, are you willing to raise a child that you would fall in love with, that's not biologically yours, that is biologically his, Sherry Shepherd, are we willing to do that? Or, Keely, do you love her enough that you're okay with maybe not having children like Tammy Roman's husband?
I think I may have spoke a little differently earlier. I think she wants him to have children more than he wants him to have children. That's what I meant earlier.
Okay.
And he's taking a back seat because she's really running the show since, this is really about her health and her going through. He's not, so that's what I meant earlier.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know if because I think I remember seeing in an interview her saying he really wants to have kids, but you're lucky if you get one out of this. Kids, get out of here. Like, what is the expectation here? Then there's also on Keely, if this is how he feels, you need to take responsibility for falling in love with a successful, beautiful, together woman that's older, that can't give you that. Like, so can you let that go?
I think he's doing it more so because she wants. It's just something because I have yet to hear him be more gung ho about this than she is, unless I miss something. But she just speaks on. I want to be able to give him a kid. Okay, but did he ask you, or are you volunteering this?
I don't. Yeah, well, it's like I know you want to, but sadly, the odds are not looking, and the odds were high. Oh, yeah. Like I
mean,
said,
everybody, if how they do over there, everybody going through all these different situations and manifestations, and just because so and so did it, it's capable. You're probably capable, but you have a medical history, ma'am. You have a pertinent medical history, not just bad gynecology. We're talking about horrific obstetric history.
Yeah.
So yeah, girl, you poor thing. But I felt bad when she got the news that those only two that were available were not viable. Like she said, it's almost like going through another, miscarriage or, loss of a kid. And I can understand that. Never been through it, but I can understand,
Sure, we can
so
too.
bad and going through all this rigmarole and then it not work. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Big ups to them, whatever they decide, whatever is in the cards. I hope they stay together. So they're a cute little 3-person family. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what may bring into their life? You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Yeah, I just hope he's genuine. No offense to him. I'm just so jaded from all these shows that, like, I feel like every guy that comes into the situation could easily be Louis.
I'm just saying, girl, I said, everybody ain't Louis.
I like when everybody is Louis.
Woo! Girl, I can't wait to see. Anyway. Anywho, what's going on? Sutton, Dorit, and Rachel. This is cute because we see how Sutton, Dorit, and Rachel are having lunch, and then we see Amanda and Kyle, and they going back and forth talking about each other, right? You know how they do, y'all.
Yes.
You know how they do. So Sutton, Dorit, and Rachel doing lunch and discussing, how Amanda is echoing Kyle's sentiment for the most part. But Rachel said she was waiting on Kyle to tell Amanda, this is about your opinion and stop putting it on me.
Yes. And then we're talking about how Amanda's a weirdo. Yeah, I mean, it's true. She needs to own, like, that she was flapping her gums about it. But I do how Dorit called Sutton out and said, why didn't you say anything? I hate when women go, well, you were doing fine on your own. I'm like, okay, Meredith.
Girl.
And like I said, especially because you don't even like Amanda. So why don't you just lay out the truth? That would have, in theory, that would have come out of my mouth real easy.
I mean, just continue, just past practice, Sutton, past practice. Just earlier in the season, what's this, episode 8? What, episode 2, 3? You was chiming in. So, I don't want to hear that at all. Shoot. And then we see a little bit of Amanda and Kyle. They're discussing Dorit. And Kyle is a little perturbed because she said it again. When her and Bose have a similar message, Dorit will go with Bose over Kyle. I'm like, well, again, y'all got some stuff to, to work on. Like Rachel said, you guys still aren't, I think she said, Dorit, you don't trust her.
Well, I mean,
you just don't trust her.
The reason that Dorit likes what Bo, is because Bose is supportive of Dorit in a way that Kyle isn't. I mean, that's just facts. So, you guys can say the same thing, but like Bose is also being there for Dorit and allowing Dorit to kind of express herself however she wants. A lot of us think that she's way too permissive of Dorit, but she's, that's her friend and she's going to let her do her, but she does speak up. And then when you guys share the same sentiments, but the thing is that Kyle is a real broken record about just expressing constant disapproval of the way that Dorit is handling things. And it's like, that's why, because you ain't got nothing positive to do.
And it goes back to that, girls situation. When your friend is going through, you don't question it to where you're adding more credence to the op side. And that's something Dorit hasn't gotten over. Like Rachel said, you don't trust her because she's still friends with the ops by way of Maurice, girl, by way of Mauricio.
You were on the way. You just had to throw an O on the end.
Yeah, I never call him that. I always call him Mauricio. I like that name, Mauricio. It is a sexy name. I mean, he got it going on. You can't deny it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, I think he is an example of a man that, like, the reason he don't want Kyle is the vagina is plentiful and understandably so. He's a good-looking, wealthy man. I'm sure he's very charismatic,
Remember the DM I sent you where the girl just hanging on him? I think, was that Alexia trying to get him, hang on to him too? Was that Alexia too? And Kyle's like, get off of my husband. Girl, get off of my man. Like, I was like, oh, I must have missed that episode. What season was that? Shoot. Yeah. Alexia looked like she's about 16 years old. But anyway, she's 29 now. Again, y'all, like I said, this is some good grown woman conversations we are having. I am enjoying this season. It's just so not fake. I really haven't I don't recall calling anything fake thus far with these ladies on this show. Maybe two-faced a little bit, but not fake like they're faking the funk. Well, it's only episode 8. But and then at the end, where Amanda is questioning Bose's friendship or loyalty, she thought she hit it off well when Bose invited her to speak with Dorit about finances, and then it wasn't about finances. But she didn't say that, but she just said she doesn't know where things could have turned, because she was taken aback a little bit by the opposition she had with Bose at the dinner table. So, girl, I mean, and I know what you said about Bose having blind loyalty with Dorit against Amanda, but I think in that dinner scene, it was real authentic to where she was trying to get Amanda to see that maybe her expectations are unrealistic.
No, I mean, two things can be true at the same time. Bose was looking at Amanda going, you can't be on this show and expect to control how everybody reacts to what you say about them.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. And, so yeah, no, I thought Bose articulated it perfectly to her. Like, you don't get to, no, you're not in a situation where you get to dictate that, especially not on this platform.
So while Amanda is saying what she said, wondering where it went wrong with Bose, I believe that Amanda believes she is right after that dinner conversation. Otherwise, she would have understood where Bose and Erica came from. And she didn't even mention Erica either, or Rachel, because they kind of they were in agreement. But maybe that'll come later. Who knows?
Amanda has drunk her own Kool-Aid.
Not enough sugar or too much sugar.
Yeah. Well, she believes in herself. That is very evident. She does. She has that weird, unwavering, self-confidence in that way. And that's usually what we love in a delusional housewife, but it's just not hitting because she's trying to therapy talk these ladies out of a very traditional model of, gossip, confrontation, resolution, or beat a dead horse.
I agree. That's on my notes, child. You got anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Y'all, we want to let you know about our next show tomorrow. We are going to be reviewing episode 6 of season 18, RuPaul's Drag Race, y'all. Tomorrow at 12 noon. Don't forget, 12 noon. Let's see, 12, about 14 hours and 45 minutes. We're going to be going on. Okay.
Guess who's back?
Yes, we're going to be coming through. And this is part 2 of the Rated Queen. So we're going to have Rated Queen. I'm assuming the same setup as the previous episode where they give us also runway. And who knows what else they may bring us tomorrow. Who knows? Because we ain't watched it yet. I know I ain't watched it yet, y'all.
Nope.
But we're going to give you a lot of production tomorrow, a lot of looks and things to check these heifers out because we love a good variety experience. Yes, yes, yes. And you'll get more of our shows coming through as we present them to you. We appreciate the love, and you'll know what's happening because you would have been subscribed. And when you are subscribed, that means the bell is black, and that's just not just for Black History Month, y'all, for real. Sometimes the bell is black or there's a parentheses around them. And also, cut the video, y'all. Either in the same area as the replay or live comments. That's where you can find the hype. So y'all, we're gonna find out what Erin is when she's not talking ish with me. Let them know, girl. Let them know.
You can catch me on Facebook at Psychic Erin Boyd or Instagram and Threads Psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you would like to get a psychic reading or just friend me on social media.
Yes, y'all. See you tomorrow afternoon at 12. Bye. Ray, ray,